Back from the cosmos here. What do you ask? What are you guys doing up out there? What's going on? What's going on? Whitney, it's your boy. A lot of awesome things to talk about. You guys come on in. The water's nice and warm. Tropical. Let's just sage this throat chakra, huh? Let's just get it going. How you guys doing out there across? Woo! Little Grogu. What up, YouTube? Coming in loud and clear. I love you guys. Love you guys on Facebook. Love everybody. All right, first and foremost, love everybody. No matter where you are in this consciousness run, I love you. You know, we're all growing together. I got a lot of downloads for you. I've seen many of you guys in Dreamtime, and we are training and training hard. So, without further ado, with my boy. I still like Baby Yoda, but we'll call him Little Grogu. Little Grogu. Namaste and catch my family, and welcome to Morning Coffee. All right. We got a lot of things to discuss. We got all kinds of goodies for sale. We got all kinds of stuff I'm doing for you guys. But without further ado, thank you guys so much for sending me all my birthday wishes. I'm posting all of those pictures later tonight. We had a nice little soiree out here in Sedona, and I greatly appreciate you guys' loves and blessings and wishes and presents. And I just really love you guys. For all my fellow Pisces out there, all my fellow water signs out there. We got new wind chimes. We're popping and locking. Thank you so much, Colleen, and her beautiful family. So let's just get into it. Past 2 days, I've pretty much been out of my body. There's a big full moon going on right now. I basically had to go downstairs yesterday. Grogu, you hang out, bro. Hang out there in the sage. All right. So, Dreamtime. Here we go. This music's like, do it. Do you really want to know? All right. You guys should hear my higher selves in the morning. I was like, what am I going to talk about? Like, what? And they're like, the man that can ask any question doesn't know what to talk about. I'm like, you don't know. For all you channelers out there, you know what I mean? For all you, my fellow Palladians, Arcturians, Syrians, what up? Andromedans, my Lyrans. Even some of my homies from Orion. You know who you are. I love you. For all my little guys still figuring it out there, I love you too. So let's talk about the game plan for the entire planet, shall we? All right. Sequences have occurred that cannot be undone. New timeline subset has been established to promote health and abundance. Gravity towards balance has been restored. The influence of the powers that were are faltering daily. It was all part of the plan. What specifically have you learned on this journey? What specifically have you grown from? What trials, tribulations, and things that you have happened to you in your life have you grown from in this last year? We've all grown tremendously, I believe. The separation clause is why I am here to prevent. I see all stars on either side of this equation. I see all stars on either side of this belief system. I am not for any one belief system. I am for all belief systems which promote life, abundance, and wellness on this planet. Having many friends on different parallel realities interacting, I'd like to express my gratitude for being here with you. I'd also like you guys to understand that the more you go through in this life that you succeed in, the stronger you become. I apologize for some of the lack of discipline of the upper dimensions and in their correlations of the alliance agreements based upon this timeline and in the physical dimension, that it seems like it's taking a very long time. I will apologize for that. Many of your higher selves need to get more structured and understand that the distortion is greater than they have felt in the past, and the distortion is what the time dilation has had to adjust. Imagine you're a higher self from 5,000, 10,000 years ago. You're like, yo, I got this. I've been through many ascensions. You try to talk to your vessel right now from 5D, 7D, 9D, even 8D, and you realize that there's so many things going through the airwaves, through the Wi-Fi, the radio, the cell phone, the 5G, the 4G, the distortion, the distraction, the handheld devices. All of this stuff has increased the level of distortion in the field to actually communicate to your vessel. So many don't want to say this out loud to you, but I shall express it, that it's been more so difficult for your higher selves to actually communicate with you and for you to hear your real voice, your inner voice, your soul. So that has been adjusted and is being constantly worked on now. Okay. Miss Avalon over here. Hey! Don't worry about the hits, baby. We know we're in the 25, 30,000s, Facebook, YouTube. I love you guys, bro. You guys have switched. Yeah, back to you, Zuckerbuckers out there. Hey, calm down. Just get your notepad out. Right, take some notes, guys. We're not all cyber nerds out in Silicon Valley, okay? Some of us are really old beings just helping you guys out. We're saying our first walk in the park. Namaste and la catch. Recognize a real G when you see one. Just like I see the real G's out there watching me right now. I love you, okay? I'm not confused. This ain't my first walk in the park. I've been staring through the veil for 12 years, okay? So, many hats I wear, huh? What is that? It's called a multidimensional being. Welcome to the show. What does he mean he stares through the veil? Well, he sees very large extraterrestrial beings around him 24 hours a day that are awesome. And every Vedic master, every ascended master back in the day, all could use their third eye and see. There's an absolute reason why there's a 30-foot pine cone in Vatican Square. There's an absolute reason why there's a huge corn husk on the top of the staff in Machu Picchu inside the village. Everyone who knows what's up knows what a pineal gland is, knows the third eye is real, knows that that's your viewing lens into the spiritual world, period. Why have they done so many things to slow this down in this population? Hence the fluoride, which they started in the internment camps in World War II. If you didn't know that, fluoride is not your friend. Your dentist needs to get re-educated on it 100,000%. It's not about having white teeth. They're trying to, turn off your lens to the universe. So understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. That's factual. Look it up. Okay. There are other things that are going on in this collective consciousness of people waking up, stepping into their health, their wellness, their abundance, their diet, their workout routine. This main video is going to be about stabilizing your energy in these influxes of not only the new energy coming in from the ion belt, the new solar influxions of energy that is slamming into the ionosphere, the new static functions, which is actually separating and peeling apart the veil in certain locations on this planet, okay? It will soon reach not just the polar regions, but in the horizontal as well. Can't wait. I know, right? Hey, what is this, some hippy dippy sitting out here in Sedona? Sipping his coffee. What is this Team Lat thing all about? For all my new people out there, I love you. Just been woke for 12 years. Moving on. What else? How are you guys doing out there is my question. You guys having fun? You guys hanging in there? Hey, we're hanging in there together, baby. Woo! What else you got? We got border issues. We got the... What else you got? We got the evergreen sideways in the Suez Canal. What else you got? What else you got? Hey, you guys want a premonition? Here's a premonition. When they start offloading those cargo containers, okay, what are they going to find inside the cargo containers? I don't know. I'll give you a hint. That's coming. Come on, attention. What's in those cargo? We can't believe it. We were taking cargo containers off the ship, and you won't believe what we found. Right? Get ready for it. I mean, I'm watching this stuff in slow motion, kids. My fellow, what are you going to find when you offload the Evergreen ship? Hey, Egypt, get to it. Step up the game, Bubby. Be a lot easier if you just scanned it with a, infrared, situation. But take your time. We're all going to find out. We'll hear about it in about 5 or 6 days. Love you. What else? We all know this shim sham, willy willy bamba, beam bam is going down. Here's the thing. You guys are strong. Be strong for everyone around you. I love, the only thing I've felt in this whole thing. Well, I believe this, and I believe that. And then I hang out with certain people's higher selves in 5D and it's like, yo, bro, I love you. I love you too, bro. I'm like, what's going on with our lower selves? They're like, I don't know. They're just going through it down there in the physical realm. So what I'm trying to say is that no matter who you are out there, and I know there's this separation thing has caused a lot of pain with friends and family. You know, I get it. What I'm trying to say is that I really want you guys to know how much you're loved. And I want you guys to know that everyone has the opportunity to kind of turn it on, or at least have an open mind to see some of the things that may be affecting everyone. And to not run from your inner intelligence, that inner understanding, right? Of, wait a minute. This sounds like the 1918 Spanish influence all over again. Wait a minute. This sounds like, what I'm trying to get to is that this is a time loop that we're all riding on together. Our hope is that in this time loop, we don't make the same mistakes and let fear take over this beautiful Gaia planet. You know what I mean? You know, on this beautiful morning here in Sedona. I just, you know, I have so many awesome things I want to do with you guys. There's so many things I'm getting in. And I'm going to talk about this too, like the different versions of you. Then I'm going to talk about how to control your throat chakra so you don't get the cafeteria hearing and you start hearing thoughts in your head, okay? I've been talking to many clients about this. Let me help you with this as well. I'm then going to talk about all the magic and all the different mixes I make for my products, because I wanted to show you how to do it for all my fellow organizers out there. I wanted to show you how to get the most energetic yield out of your products. All right, so inner child behind the wheel, what does that mean? Okay, so here we go. Inner child's between, like, I don't know, it feels like he's always like 9. It's always like 7 to 9 years old. This is what I mean by that. When my heart is on, I am like a child. I feel everything. I feel everything within probably a quarter mile, 360 around my house, casually. I feel every single neighbor in these houses. I feel all of their thoughts in these houses. I feel all of their higher selves working with their vessels, staring at televisions. I feel everything. So for all you fellow empaths out there, let me tell you a little bit about how to balance feeling so much, okay? I'm a Pisces, I'm a feeler, it's a full moon, let's go. Okay, so here we go. Why you can only last so long in a major metropolitan city, let's just say, is the main thing is that you feel so much that you have to have your guard on 24 hours a day, hence your 4Ds behind the wheel, or actually protecting yourself and your inner child in this space. It's very difficult to listen to your heart when you're surrounded in very dense areas. Instead, it kicks on your ego, your night side force, and then it's like, yo, let's get it, let's get thug life on this. You know, the issue is that it takes you farther and farther away from your heart. Well, here's how the game was set up. Your true power can only come back to you when your inner child or your heart turns on. It's 10 times the amount of electromagnetic force coming from your heart that comes from your mind. 10 times the force of this, then what comes out of your mind. So out of your mind is like a leaky little garden hose. Out of your heart is like a fire hose moving 10,000 gallons a second. So what I'm trying to get to is that's the trick. Every single spiritual master and enlightened being that's ever walked this path in the physical understood that the heart, that Christed heart, was the way. Why? Because it unlocks the dormant DNA based upon the frequency of the stored memory in your cerebral cortex and in your DNA. To activate the DNA, you need the increased electrical discharge of the heart being on. You cannot power your true soul with just your mind. There it is. Okay. So what I want you guys to understand is balancing what it feels like to have that little kid in your chest. Okay. So I have many versions of me. I wear many hats. The version speaking to you now is more like the commander. Okay. Commander's not scared of anything. Commander's been here and done this many times. But my inner child's still like, why? I don't know if I want to go live today. I don't know what to say. You know, like you get, like everyone has a little inner child moments, right? What I'm trying to get to is, though, having the inner child grow inside of yourself. Having the inner child understand that no matter how great this storm is, they will be protected. I will protect my inner child. To explain to my night higher selves, a 10D and above, that no matter what goes down, my inner child's coming with me, no matter where you take me off this little Class C planet. My night side had to be okay with that, had to learn that. Who is this guy? What happened to him? Why does he feel so much? Why does he have so much compassion? I turned my heart back on. Okay? When I was younger, you guys, when I was doing my first 7 years of when I woke up and I was on these missions around the planet, I'm trying to tell you guys, I was like Assassin's Creed, dude. I was literally going into different locations on Earth and exveling jackass ETs off this rock. People, guys, have been hiding in underground bases. I was coming for your energy. I was coming for you. I had to do that. And during the Orion Gate Wars, and some of you guys were a part of these missions, that was very important. That was our job. Our job was to go and get these things, close these doors, right? It was almost like planetary Reiki, okay? What does that mean? We were attracted to the low spots on Earth. We had to close the gates, remove the turds, you know, reestablish connection, right? And then move to the next location. So for me to have my heart on and be speaking to you now, it's a big deal. I see many awesome beings that are still kind of under some sort of controls. If you guys have never gotten in an argument with a huge, you know, say your right-hand side, so up and to the right, if you guys have never gotten to a conflict with your night side, you are still under night side control. If you've never gotten in an argument with your highest night, you're under night side control, okay? When you grow up, what happens to a teenager when they go through puberty? All of a sudden, the little 12-year-old's going like, Mom, I don't want to go with you. I want to go hang out with my girlfriends, right? You're growing up. You're not a little kid anymore, right? So what happens is, consciously, energetically, the same thing happens, okay? So as you grow up in your spiritual age, you're going to have some conflicts as you start growing strong, because what happens is you got two pro teams vying for you, okay? Let's fast forward everybody on this planet. Your intuition comes on in your tum-tum. I feel something's a disturbance in the force. Then your heart turns on. I feel something. Then your throat chakra turns on. I hear something. Then your third eye comes on. I see something. Crown chakra, you know, goes from the size of a garden hose to a fire hose, and you're breaching 4 or 5 dimensions above you, okay? And then you're staring at everything as an observer. And then you get a lot of, where am I? What is this small little place? Why am I in this small little suit? What is this? What time? Where am I? When am I? See, when you guys get there is the when am I is what I'm here to help you with. Because a lot of people, when they're waking up, they can get confused, bamboozled, and your 4D's job on the right-hand side, your lowest night form's job, is to go, if that vessel wakes up, you got to do everything in your power to put them back to sleep, because they know, everyone knows that if that vessel pushes past a certain level of understanding, they're never going to listen to that aspect again. Would you ever listen? Imagine you're growing up, right? Imagine your older brother's 12 and you're 10. Okay, all of a sudden, you're 20. Say you're 18 and you realize that your 4D version is still 12 years old. And you keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. What happens is, you no longer are in their consciousness net. What happens is, I no longer process reality like you do. So we could be staring at the same thing. I see something completely different than you do. Okay? The balancing mechanism of your heart and the functionality of who you truly are is something that is old, wise, and awesome. I'm trying to express one more time the importance of you remembering that about yourself. Every single being down here is very, very precious, very, very special. And to be honest with you, you guys are some of the strongest in this whole sector, right? Why? We're the Crocodile Dundees of the universe. There's no reason why a handful of us can go into a city and shut it down. I know we can. My whole thing is that we're holding space for a better outcome for all beings, okay? Not the little guys running, you know, negative programs that think that, you know, they want to rule cell block C, when in their hearts of hearts, they know that they're scared. Why are they scared? Because they're not going to graduate. Why are they not going to graduate? Because they take more than they give, okay? They don't have any compassion. They've turned this place into a silly situation that caused their forefathers and their belief system to be trapped in the same game. So instead of trying to graduate from the game, they want to rule it. There it is. Okay. For all my fellow homies from Andromeda, Pleiades, Arcturus, Sirius, can't wait to go home. But what I'm trying to say here is, you know, I'm like, hey, me say Deo, like on a starship calling you in. Daylight come and me want go. You know, they can't, you know what I mean? They can't stop you. What I'm trying to get to is there's a flow of consciousness you must understand in your daily life. So going to the park before work, sun's coming up, you know, walk to the park, drive to the beach, start having more solo Jedi moments by yourself. I always grew the fastest when I trained by myself, always. I used to climb this mountain behind me all the time, And then when I was getting ready for Rupen in Germany, I used to climb this mountain by myself with rocks in my backpack. And then I used to jump rope like Rambo, getting ready to smash on dragons as soon as I got off the airplane in Berlin. That's how I trained, okay? What I'm trying to say is that if you guys really want higher levels of consciousness, actually remember who you are. Remember, it takes work and effort. You can't do it from the couch. And I love you. Everyone's at different stages. I'm just trying to tell you, I took this to an Olympic athlete level. Why? I never wanted to get into when you do spiritual combat, ladies and gentlemen, you never want to get into a situation where you can't get out. It happens all the time. I've seen people taken over. I've seen people who wanted to help and had their higher self knocked out in front of me, and something else jumped in, their eyes go black, and I've seen it. Had to pull the thing out and put their higher self back in. Been there, done that. Anyone who's done real grid work or any light work on this planet knows exactly what I'm talking about. So what I'm trying to express is when you see that happen to people around you, you have to be strong enough in hold your space and your light to go, hey, let this one go. Back up. Get off my homie. Get off my family. Get off my friends. Back up. What are you doing? To take your lower dimensional self and kind of dust them off and go, yo, bro, what are you working on? Like, where are your parents? Like, oh, what are you doing here? How many times I grab little turds and I go, what's going on with you? You have my full attention, little tic-tac-toe. Why are you so wily? Like, what is this? They're just freaking out. It's almost like a wild animal. It's almost just like they're freaking out. Like, oh my God, they grabbed me. They go into 100% fear. So what I'm trying to say is that, as above, so below. We're not here to create fear. We're here to create paradise. We've already done this, okay? We've already been our higher selves have already been in galactic confrontations. We've already been in galactic wars. We've already been there, done that, got the gold sticker, we're done. What are we doing down here? We're in spiritual rehab. And I say that all the time. It's the only way I can say and go, hey, we're all in rehab together, let's get it. You know what I mean? Like, we could have a Sandals Resort rehab, or we could have like dun 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 Armageddon, like rehab, where it's like, T2, like, I mean, if you want that type of rehab, I don't. I want to be surfing. I want to be feeding sea turtles. I want to be making artificial reefs. I want to be finding Nemo off my deck on my beach house. And then like, I want to be, cascades banging, laser lights are going. We're just moving so much energy. It's like a tornado of energy firing off the planet like Green Lantern. That's where I come from. I don't know what they're teaching down here. I don't know what's going on down here. What I can say from an upper scholastic function, the lack of inner standing and misappropriation of resources has caused an inefficiency even on the night side that the evolution process on this planet has stifled to a degree where it's now seen so detrimental that their elders have to step in and do it for them. I would not want to be in their shoes. The guys that created their little groups would not agree with them, okay? There's different things about it when you actually see, because everyone's very, very intelligent, reading a contract or reading an agreement, right? What you have to understand is there's always a pro and a con to every agreement, okay? Unless it's everyone's awesome, let's just stop beefing with each other, right? So this thing's going off. I must need a lot of sage. Woo! Calm down there, boy. Down, boy. Like an alchemy going on over here. So, what I'm trying to say for you guys is, what are you doing every day to wake up happy and blissful? What are you doing every day to take care of your suit? Are you meditating in the shower? Are you meditating on the elliptical machine? Are you meditating in the steam room? Are you trying to pop your top? Are you flexing your energy body and your wings, right? Every single day. The only illusion factor that is in this place is what you believe with this chemical computer and this little human suit, okay? Who you truly are is 10 times to 100 times to 1,000 times in His Majesty, okay? Now here's the catch-22 with this. If you turn on too fast, you're not gonna wanna be here. You start remembering things from other planets and you're sitting here going like, well, how many cups of coffee do I have to drink before you come pick me up? You're not asking like you're curious, you're asking like you remembered. You're like, awesome, so I signed an agreement for how many years? And once I was accomplished with that agreement, that's Eggsville for me. And then all of a sudden you go, Well, how would you like to exit, son? Then it's like, well, obviously I want to keep my suit. I worked very hard and diligently on the suit. This is all non-GMO, organic, hard work, okay? I like my suit. I like my attitude. I like all you guys out there. I earned this, okay? This wasn't given to me. I built this and I earn it, okay? Every single day. I want to take my suit with me. Well, there's certain things in time and there's certain opportunities and interactions that are going to take place. Before that to happen, certain things need to be cleaned up and certain things that you are unaware of, which are still going on, need to be rectified. And I'm like, all right, fair enough. What I'm saying for you guys out there is start acting and being as your higher self. Don't be petty. Don't go gossip mode. Don't try to push people down and tell people they're dum-dums or whatever it is, you know? You just go, that's interesting. I'm gonna hold space that eventually you get it. Because if you don't, the key is the word saying this to yourself. I'm gonna hold space that at one point in this incarnation, you're gonna get it and see what I've been trying to express to you. In that way, it's a positive way, right? That you can stay there without judging. Because let me tell you something, if you start judging people, then, judge not, yet ye be judged. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That's the main thing about it. They're like, don't judge nobody, yet ye be judged. So what I'm trying to say is, hey, I'm holding space that everyone understands, okay? FBI, Pentagon, UFOs are real. This is now factual. There's real UFOs. There's so much UFO activity. They got cigar-shaped UFOs flying all over the place, okay? Again, you know what I would say is, did you bring my suit? The white one with the gold frill, with the cufflinks, I earned all of these emblems. The ones that, you earn your outfit. Imagine being in the military, right? And like every badge, like, oh, that war, that confrontation. Like mine is all on the collar. Like that's how they do it. They're like real tight spacesuits, but all of your dopeness is around the collar. Goes all the way around. So from any point of view, when someone looks at you, they see the high collar and they go, oh, what are they doing here? Are we in trouble? No. That's what I get a lot of. You're actually here. I'm like, dude, I wanted to check it out, baby. Many of your higher selves are these beings. Just want to be real with you, okay? Many of your higher selves are these gifted, awesome beings. Now, here's the weird thing. You're in a vessel in the third density going, like, what am I supposed to be doing down here? I know I have dreams. Many of you guys are having dreams on ship. Many of you guys are having dreams on space stations. Many of you guys are having dreams with me in Mexico working every night. I don't know what's going on in Mexico or in South America, but they have me cleaning out underground things 220 miles due south, just over. Here we go again. More things in Mexico. We're checking out a lot of things that's going down there at that border and a lot of things. So you guys might be drawn, down there, to help out, and that's fine. I'm just trying to tell you there's things going on. Let's talk about some cool stuff. Then we'll talk about how you guys can turn your throat chakra on without hearing voices. I just want to bypass this whole Freudian BS, okay? If you guys don't know, check this out. Freud, that every single psychiatric book was written about, learned everything from Nietzsche. Freud is not original. No, we don't all want to hook up with our moms. You're a weirdo. He's probably, I don't care how many Netflix movies they make about your Freud. You're a shit show. Moving on. Okay? Because what happened is the real information was twisted, okay, to fit an agenda. I wonder how many times that's happened. All right, here we go. For all my psychology majors out there, Nietzsche, number one. Number two, Wilhelm Reich was supposed to take over Freud's job. That was his apprentice. Like imagine like the Jedi, like my apprentice. So Wilhelm Reich was Freud's apprentice. What did Wilhelm Reich figure out? I'd rather just make an orgone box, okay, and put someone in it and clean their energy. I don't need to talk about the weird programs going through their body. I can clean them out with energy. Wilhelm Reich. Guess who invented orgonite? Wilhelm Reich. Okay? You guys don't know that? Check it out. Very interesting, right? So to fix the problem, instead of putting a Band-Aid on it, is far more dynamic. And it speaks more to the true spiritual nature of a human being. We are not meant to be singular channel. We're just 3D and that's all we are, beings. We were never designed that way. Never will be designed that way. We're multidimensional beings. Okay, so just keep that out there. So, some people are like, what? Yeah, Wilhelm's like, yo, Freud, wah, wah. No one wants that shit. I don't care how many books you write. There's a lot of weird ducks out there in this universe. That's all I can say about that. So, with you guys understanding multidimensionality, let me explain something to you in controlling your throat chakra. Okay, so here we go. Whew. All right, so I know there's people on Facebook are like, well, I can't. It's too much to take. It's too much. Look it up. Call the insurance company. You're not covered. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm like 20 years too soon. Give me a thumbs up if you guys incarnated a little too soon. Give me a thumbs up on Earth. Like, did we incarnate too soon? Like 10, 15, 20 years too? I don't know, okay? I just feel like I'm sitting here going like, this is like some Cracker Barrel, like, what am I looking at? Like, this is high school. And all of a sudden, like, you get above this whole level of whatever this is, and you're looking at it, and you're like, so what exactly do you want me to do with this? You know? Like, whoa. This guy can't even make a complete sentence. This one doesn't even, there's so many things. I'm just going, interesting. Right on time here. Yeah, okay. Or we're right on time to be here together. Okay. I like that too. YouTube, what up? I don't know why the comments are off. I love you. You know, these things. I'm just glad we have a platform to talk to each other. All right. So, what else? Controlling your throat chakra. Here we go. So, in the beginning, if you guys, your throat chakra turns on and you start hearing voices, let me help you out with this. All right. Let me do something Freud and all these nerds could ever just tell you, you know, very easily. Here, for all you guys out there studying, you know who you are. This is how you control your throat chakra so you don't hear voices. Number 1, left side, light side. Right side, night side. Your heart's on your left for a reason. Number 1, tones in your ears. Boop. Left tone fires. Equals, yes. Equals, we are here with you, son. Everything, daughter, everything's going to be okay. When you call down your med team at night, you guys have a session with me, and I say, teach you guys how to call down your med team. You got to understand, when your med team shows up, you got to calm down. They don't want you swinging energetically on a nurse or a Palladian trying to help you out, turn your chakras on. That's not going to happen. What you're going to get is sleep paralysis. Okay? There's different types of sleep paralysis, and I'm not talking about the little weird 4-foot football-sized grays that are trying to do weird things. You ever seen someone punt a gray? Moving on. I definitely come from the land of giants. Moving on. So what I'm trying to say is that, bye. Ooh, it's at least 40 foot. Ooh, you know, you're just like, ooh, I kicked that dude at least 300 yards. Sorry, some of these species down here are just very interesting. Moving on. So, there we go. Left side, yes. Now, right, ping. Boop. Equals, no. Equals, warning, 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 warning. Someone is approaching your right-hand side to either throw an attachment or is approaching on your right-hand side to affect you. Right tone. And you get the tones in your ears. Very simple. Left, yes. Right, no. For example, your girlfriend or your friend, boyfriend, texts you at midnight. Yo, girl, let's go get it. Let's go to the club. The mask thing's over. Let's do it. And you get a boop in your right ear while you're staring at the text message equals no. Hey, I think I'm going to stay in tonight. Okay? Very simple. Okay? Now, when you get tones in your ear and you can't tell which side, you go copy paste. Yo, highest. You're on your left-hand side. You look up and to the left. Okay, I know you guys' third eye's not on yet. You're not feeling. You know, some of you guys are feeling. This is what you do. Let me help you get through this threshold. Yo, highest. Ping me again. I can't tell if it was left or right. Ping me again. P-I-N-G. Ping me again. And then you'll get the tones again, and you'll go, boop. And it was left ear for yes. Or boop, right ear for no. Okay. Now, the right ear can also ring with one of your night side guards telling you, hey, no, or hey, that's a turd, or hey. So there's different levels of this as you grow stronger. Okay, controlling your throat chakra. Here it is. Throat chakra comes on, you start hearing voices. You start hearing little slithering 4D turds trying to tell you to do negative, bad stuff to yourself. We want you to hate yourself. We want you to do all this weird shit to yourself. Little slithering little freaking turd, right? So, this is how you overcome that and win. So let me tell you how this works. The night side gets bonus points. The 4D and guys that want to be little turds down here and, you know, this level of whatever, they get bonus points for taking out angelics and star seeds. Don't become, don't get bamboozled. The light side gets bonus points for saving souls, freeing souls from the program. Okay? If you've got weird stuff whispering negative shit in your ear, that is not your higher self. That's some 4D attachment trying to make energy moolah off your decision. Oh, we got another one. So I understand it's a very personal thing. I understand people come and go all the time. I'm saying we all have family members that have left and that, that hurt us, in the sense of that have had this happen. I'm trying to express how you need to understand it and not a so Debbie Downer negative way, but rather, yo, dude, get that shit out of here. Oh, is that what you want me to do? You want me to hurt myself? Get the fudge out of here. How's your ascension going? Demons hate when you ask them that. Hey, how's your ascension going? Is that working out for you? Little fang? You call that a fang? Hold on a second. This guy calls that a fang. Wait, come here, little guy. Here, no, show him. Here, I'll lift the lip like they're on a dog mic. He calls, look at that little, is that an ankle biter? We got an ankle biter over here. What I'm trying to say is that when you become energetically strong, yes, you can grab beings with your energy hands. When I say I grab beings like Tic Tacs, it's exactly what I mean. Okay, why am I allowed to, and some of you guys are allowed to, and why others aren't? Temptation tests, I've been to my tests. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm done. I want to help all these little tids on the night side and these guys get along. I want to create a paradise on this planet. I'm tired of these baby stories. But they did this to us. Well, they did this to us. Well, they sent an asteroid. Well, they blew up our planet. Conflict goes on forever. Who and what and when are we coming together? Because I'm going to tell you something about this universe, this beautiful universe. We're stronger together. I can't wait to have a dance party with all my aspects and just go big. I'm just kind of tired of this level of dimensional understanding, and because people say all is one. Have you read the All is One book? All is One, which was written the year I was born. And people say these words, but then we still have judgment. This is what I'm trying to express. You don't have to ever give into poor behavior or enable poor behavior. You can always stay in your center, stay in your strength. But I'm here to reference that the reason why certain beings try to break the rules or try to do their own thing or try to be unbalanced, let's just say. 'Cause sometimes it takes a real effort to be such a jackass. You're like, wow, do you actually try to be that narcissistic every day? Is that a real thing? Like, do you get up in the morning like, how can I be the most ridiculous tud every day? Action. You know what I mean? Some guys have bosses like this or whatever, right? What I'm trying to say is that it actually takes a lot of work to be like that negative. Like, wow. Do you like wake up and drink some like negative? Do you like slap yourself in the morning and just trying to get it going? Like, why are you so weird? A lot of it comes from past, experiences, how they were raised, how they were programmed, how they were MK Ultra, what college they went to, how they kissed the skull and crossbones, how they said, we'll give you everything if you do what we say. And by the way, you walk into a ballroom and there's a reptilian there going, hi, I'm Jonathan. How are you? My name is Mr. Pacer. How are you? Even at that level, it's still going, so that's interesting. So that's the form you choose. True light beings can shape shift and go into any form they want. So out of all the shapes in the universe, you chose that. You look like an alligator, a talking alligator. That's interesting. And 3D, mind you. Upstairs. So I'm just trying to say, imagine like a universal older brother going like, so let me get straight. Out of all the forms in the universe, you chose to look like that. You chose to act like that. We have pets on our planet that are more educated than you are. You realize that? We're just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm just trying to say? There's different levels of consciousness. Like, imagine like a big dude from Andromeda landing and going like, what are they doing? Wait, what? How long has this been going on? Like, it's almost like you're interested and curious and like, oh, well, this I have to see. it becomes like, I don't want anyone to become the laughing stock of their own genome, of their own species. I'm trying to stop some of these guys from driving off a cliff, okay? Why? Because it's really hard to climb out. I've told you guys this, I've climbed out twice. And let me tell you something, as I was climbing out, there was a lot of beings down there that could not climb out, that got down there and they're almost just like, they give up. They're like, I'm gonna be down here forever. So what I'm trying to say for you guys is, for these people listening to me behind the scenes, what's the point? I do not want you guys to cause enough harm, karma to yourself that you cannot deal with paying the piper. Okay, I come from the land of pipers and everyone's got to pay. I'm trying to make it so we don't have to take this thing off the wheels. Course correction, baby. Can we like, whoa, we almost did that and laugh about it in 5-10 years? Like, we almost went into this place. Like, oh my God. Like, imagine bungee jumping and right before you jump off, like I hook another carabine on your waist belt, bang. You jump off, the one that carabine you thought, your belief system that thought had you, snaps. And guess what catches you? Our galactic belief system. You're like, I would have been in the pit of despair if you didn't hook me and attach. I'm like, I know, bro, I've been there. I'm trying to tell you, stop being jackasses, knock it off. We're all watching you. There's nowhere to run. Okay. It doesn't come from a place of unknowing. It comes from a place of, we've been there, done that. You guys, we're old. Some of our souls have been this in the Orion Wars. These guys are talking about Tonka tanks. These guys, there's their Tonka toys down here. I remember it takes 2 souls to run a tank in Orion. We're talking about putting a soul in a mechanized, conscious vehicle and doing things. I'm down here with Tonka toys. Again, what's the rule though? What am I trying to express from my heart? If you guys are cool to each other, the whole universe is your playground. If you guys are cool to each other, you guys can create the most beautiful things in the universe. If you guys are cool to each other, all species on this planet listening to me, then you get all of the benefits and rewards of this universe. It's not to rule cell block C. You're buying into a control program yourself and you don't see it. What I'm trying to express is, I want everyone to step into their birthright, no matter what species you're on this planet. I want everyone to get along, because I think the whole universe is concerned in a positive way and a negative way. Check this out. For the Milky Way galaxy, check this out. If we can get along and work together in complete homeostasis, there's nothing that can touch us. We become an unstoppable force in this universe. Why would you ever want to stop creating an ultimate force of good to protect the entire sector, the entire galaxy? They've been trying this for a very long time. We will be successful. It's inevitable. What I'm trying to express to you is there are higher level things that are being blended down here that they're not telling any civilian or any SSP or anyone down here on what they're trying to do on a soul level. We're trying to grow up as a family, okay? So please be nice to your brothers and sisters if they are super confused, but do not enable poor behavior. There it is. Okay. Grandpa coming in hot. What up to all my Nordics? What up for all my homies from Pegasus? You know what I'm saying. You had to send Thor down to Earth and take away all of his powers. That was the funniest part. He's like, I am Thor. And like the guy, he's in the hospital and they're like knocking him out. He's like, his face is on the, that was the funniest part, you know, like humbling. This place is humbling, man. And that's for all species. It's humbling. It's humbling having to go to public high school. It's humbling having to have your heart broken at 15 or 16. It's humbling, you know, having all this knowledge and wisdom and not accessing it. It's humbling having to grow up. It's humbling having to experience and interact. It's very humbling down here, okay? What I'm trying to express to you is that humbleness that you have inside of yourself is also your badge of courage and your badge of strength, okay? People talk a big game down here. But when you guys actually start putting your work in and you start showing you and yourself and your higher selves what you're capable of, you guys, the whole sky will open up into the possibilities of what you can do here. Nothing can touch you. Nothing can stop you. You know, we are an unstoppable force that we're about to be released across this planet. No one's prepared for what we're about to do. Okay? You give us the proper resources to change this planet, you will, good night. You know what I mean? This whole thing, it's very, very fast. So what I'm trying to say is for all you light workers out there, all you angelics out there, all you starseeds out there, you hold the line, you hold your consciousness, and you keep thinking about the positive things and the way to make this place better. Stay positive. Why? Because if you go negative, they win. This is a consciousness war. You got to stay on your style. And how do you do that? You got to work 5-10 times harder than everyone else to stay positive in a hurricane of BS. You don't work less, you work more. You make sure your body's dialed in. You make sure your health is dialed in. You make sure your health and wellness is dialed in. You make sure your grids are up. You make sure, whatever it is, you make sure you're dialed in. And you do it every single day, then guess what? We walk through hurricanes while everyone's in a ball crying on the ground. Could be a 40, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old man. I'm the head CEO of my company. I can't believe it. You're just stepping over these people going, are you still in that belief system? When are you going to wake up? Step into your heart. That's the creator juice I want you guys to remember. Creator, right? Our creator, the creator of all things. Dude, big kid wants to hook you up with some fun stuff. Inner child, heart to heart. He doesn't understand all this weird, sci-fi weird gossip channel, Instagram, booty call. Like he doesn't understand that. He can hear your heart though. When your inner child's like, I don't like it here. Or I want this place, I want these people to stop battling or warring, and can we have paradise here already? He understands that. She understands that. Okay. Whew. Okay, we talked about the tones. This is gonna be a humdinger. All right, next one. Microphone, 5D microphone. Okay, so the reason why I don't hear weird thoughts in my head, or I don't allow other people to talk to me, this is what I had to do. So for all empaths out there, people waking up, I hope this shall help you. Okay, I imagine my throat chakra is a microphone. Close my eyes, I literally visualize it coming out like a mic. Now let me help you out with this. My 5D for the first 8 years was the only one allowed to speak to me. My lowest light form, my 5D self on the left-hand side. So I literally like energetically handed this dude my mic and he's like, yo, you hear me? I'm like, yo, what up? Awesome, why? Your voice pattern is encrypted. Your cadence, your breath pattern, your language is encrypted. It's just like an encrypted file. Why? Because if anyone tries to pretend they're me, I go, no, you're not. Get out of here. For example, if I'm sitting there and it's not my 5D trying to talk to me and I hear this, hey, bro, what's up? I'm like, Hey, I really, it's like someone trying to pretend they're you. And I'm almost like, yo, bro, are you trying to pretend you're my, yo, 5, come over here. Look at this fucking jackass. No, do it again. Come here, Slytherin. Try again. Like, it's literally, they're trying to copy that version. It's impossible. Sounds just like you, talks just like you, probably with less vulgarity. But imagine you in 5D, okay? Imagine, what do you look like in 5D? Imagine you're 25 years old, 19 to 25 years old, say 25. You worked out every single day of your life. You never did a drug. You were just like Pantene Pro V fabulous. That's you in 5D. You're Palladian. Just like, oh, is there a problem? And you're like rolling up with like slippers and like some sort of silk robe hanging off you. You're like, hey, lower self, what seems to be the problem? Oh, they are? Believe in your heart. I mean, it's like your 5Ds are lit, okay? They're like, I'm already living in paradise, guy. So what I'm trying to say is that microphone goes to your 5D. Now here it is. You have one of your aspects, let's just say 4D, 6D, 8D, 10D. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we'll have a session. I'll send you my session notes, okay? They're trying to talk to you, okay? Because I used to do mission stuff. I had to interact with both sides. So what I would do is I get a ping, boo, right ear fires off. I look over, I'm like, what? See my big 8D up on the rings. He goes, yo, let me holler at you. I go, yo, 5, go see what he wants. My third eye's on, mind you. 5D with my mic, my throat chakra attached to him, runs up the cords, runs up and over, and talks to my 8D. So he goes, yo, is he gonna be there on Tuesday that we have some extra VIPs he needs to pick up on that one, at that one target location? Does he agree? We wanna know. We wanna make sure we can schedule that. Okay, I don't hear any of this. 5D goes, okay. I watch my 5D run back over, dack down the stream, and I go, yo, what did he want? And my 5D tells me in my own language, my own cadence, my own vocabulary, yo, he wants to know if you're gonna show up next Tuesday and they have a couple of VIPs they need to pick up. Can you do that? Agreed. Yeah, I'll do it for you. Cool. And there it goes. I'm in complete control of my stream. I do not ever allow cafeteria audio to pop through. What does that mean? Your throat chakra comes on. What happens is you start hearing everything around you in 360. This little weirdo, this little attachment, this little gremlin at your neighbor's house, this person's 4D, your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. They just start going, hey, can you hear me? And it's usually negative, weird, static BS, okay? So take it from your brother, one mic in the beginning, your 5D, because there's another thing too. When people try to fool you, or try to tell you some BS stuff that's not real, guess what they have to do? They got to run it through your 5D. So imagine your 4D trying to bamboozle you. Oh, you know, I got to do this. I need the car keys, Mom, with my Karma credit card, or I'm going to tell her to do drugs and be weirdo. I don't listen to anything on my right-hand side. So my 4D has to go, yo, 5. 5D looks at him, yo, what up, 4? Can you relay a message for me? Yeah, what would you like to tell the vessel? Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Are you serious? Go get hammered right now because you need some loosh? No, I'm not saying that. Get out of here. Go do some shit with your life. Like, your heart, your left-hand side, your lowest light form will protect you from all that weird slithering boo-boo trying to whisper in your ears. That's all I'm trying to say. It's advanced. I don't know if they're going to write books on this in the future. I'm just trying to tell you that's how I do it. I hope that helps for people that have their throat chakras coming on and have not experienced when they hear voices going through their head. One mic. I know, I feel like Kevin Hart. One mic. Tonight. Right now. No, I'm just kidding. You want to go night-night? No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. All right. It's so complicated down here. I'm like, is it though? Who's your teacher? It's not that complicated. Moving on. All right, let's talk about awesome things. I'm having a spring sale. Easter sale. Goes on for about a week or so till Easter, which is next, I think it's April 4th, full 4th. So what I want you for you guys is I'm making a bunch of stuff for protection, and I've actually made a bunch of things for you to show you how to do it for all my fellow orgonite makers out there. I want to show you how I do it. So here we go. All right, you guys, check it. What can I use? I'll use this as a template. Okay, so the coupon code is SPRING15, SPRING 15. That's 15% off all energy tools. And then at store.teamlight.com, it's 10% off all apparel. If you guys want some hoods, hats, t-shirts, that's Spring 10, and that's for all apparel. All right, so let me show you what I wanted to teach you guys about orgonite. Maybe you guys want to make your own. Maybe you guys already do. Let me at least share with you some of my techniques to help you guys out if you don't already know this. Okay, so we're going to use this as a template. Okay, let's see if we get it in both cameras, okay? Facebook, can you see this? Black on the bottom, blue in the middle, right? Crystal, selenite going up the sides. Aloha, Kauai, baby. I'm coming to you, bro. I need to get in the water. Okay, check it. So let me tell you about how this works. Okay, so when a crystal is in the ground, it is created through pressure. A pressure creates a crystal. When you pull a crystal out of the ground, it stops vibrating. Now, obviously, it's always going to be oscillating at 78,000 times per millisecond, for a crystal is not a solid or a liquid or a gas. It is vibrating 78,000 times per millisecond. Okay, now check this out. When you have certain stones, okay, check this out. Say it's green aventurine. This is a mix of green aventurine. What's the one I get from India? Green aventurine, green jade, and then I get what's the other green? Really expensive. It's like green ruby or something. I crush these up. Anyways, and green calcite and chrysoprase for your heart and rhodonite for your heart. Anyways, what you want to do is when you have a stone and you're putting in orgonite, remember this. When you crush it into a fine powder, you're removing all of the empty space. So what does that mean? When the resin compresses, it compresses 10 to 100 to 1,000 times stronger because you removed all the empty space by crushing into a powder. Your orgonite will be 10 times more powerful than if you just put a piece of aventurine or a stone inside of a pyramid and call it orgonite. No. Let me help you. So, first layer is black, okay, on the base layer. You will do this last, mind you, if you usually when you make a mold is pour emerald. Thank you, Tamara. Yes, I put green emerald. Yes, everything that's the best for your heart. Okay, so Should I do it? You guys tell me that make orgonite out there. YouTube, I don't know why. Do you want me to do it upside down? Because when you pour a mold, you do it from the top and then you base. Okay? Or should I just explain from the base down? I'm going to wait for you guys to. And I don't know why I can't see you on YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. I don't know why there's no comments. It's not me. Okay. I'm not getting thumbs up. Apparently the comments are too real. All right, here we go. So we'll do it upside down. First layer is going to be clear with your crystals. Okay. What you're going to want to do, this is the purple layer. What you're going to want to do, your selenite, your rose quartz. Selenite, rose quartz, Tibetan, Lemurian quartz. Then you will also have, I like Payson diamonds. I like aqua aura. I like titanium dioxide, quartz crystals as well. That's your purple layer. You're pouring it upside down. So again, I'll hold it like this. So the first layer you pour in a mold is that one. Second layer is going to be your blue azurite, your sodalite, your blue calcite. Remember, each layer, if you guys want to make each layer of your orgonite more powerful, all you have to do is add more calcite of that color. So for example, I add blue calcite to make my blue layer fire. And how I know this to be true is when I was pouring it and I add the blue calcite, when it was firing in the mold, it all of a sudden like 1,000 air bubbles popped up. It was like literally vibrating, okay? So it really does help, okay? So we go blue layer, the azurite, everything's on the, I have a list of all this stuff too I can share with you. But anything that's for your third eye, okay? Then we go green. So purple, blue, green for your heart, okay? Again, we talked about that, green emerald and everything. Whew. Now, what I usually do with some of you guys that say that you have some weird ex-boyfriend, weird family, weird attachments, work attachment, my dad was a banker for bad people, whatever, right? And you're a daughter. I've had sessions like this. How do I get out of there? What I do is in the red layer, I add bronzite. Okay, so this is your red layer. This is protecting for your root and your sacral. Okay, it's like each of these things has about 20 different crushed things in it. Okay, why? Bronzite can reflect a lot of that negative stuff. But here's the thing with bronzite. I've said it many times. It's very specific. If I add it to you, you have to ask for it. Unless I make like those, like the red rose, I add it. Why? It's a white wizard stone. It protects the user. So as long as you don't have negative thoughts, it will protect you. But any negative thought sent to you is reversed times 3. So if someone sends you negative energy, it goes back on them 3-fold. But if you're laying in bed on one of my devices and you start having negative thoughts about people, it bounces back on you 3-fold. So pay attention. It's a white wizard stone. It takes a level of controlling of your mind to use bronzite. Don't use it like right here, bronzite. Why do you think I always wear it on all my broadcasts? Because what people don't understand is if you throw a shade at me, it's coming back at you. I always have my shade on, baby. And on my lid. Some new from Crystal Current, my brother Alexander's site, the Ganesh, and then obviously my brother iPyramids, J-Dog, iPyramids.net, the little Tauruses. I like them. Okay, last layer, most important layer for all this 5G anti-EMF stuff. Listen. Black shungite, black tourmaline, black shungite, black tourmaline. I use fulgurite, which is lightning, which is when lightning hits the red rock out here, it makes fulgurite, which is lightning stone. I also then will use a mix of all the other things in a blend. But what else do I use? Black iron oxide, I do a pinch of that. Why? Because when I put magnets in your devices, okay, which is the negative side down, positive side's up. So it's pushing it's pulling the energy from the ground and it's moving it through these devices like an energy Roomba. So there's a toroidal field cleaning your energy 24 hours a day. That's why I make them like this, okay? So what happens is you add the black iron oxide, because what did it just do? If you put one magnet in the middle, push side up, okay? Check it. When I add iron oxide, what did I just do? The entire black layer now becomes a magnet. That's why. The entire base is now magnetized. So it's a way to increase your magnetic yield, okay? Iron oxide, black iron oxide. Okay, what else? And it's good to make everything jet black if you want to choose, make a black layer. Yeshua. Dude, the Yeshua cross, the Christos cross, this is fire, dude. I don't know. Obviously, these guys, the Triforces for your third eye, the Buddha's gaze. These are awesome for bathrooms over your, walking into your bedroom, create sacred space. Obviously, the large manifestation castles are fire, and you can put whatever crystal you want inside to amplify that. And the sundials, anything that's got some size, some girth, actually creates a larger field, right? So that's why I always tell people that, like, start off with a bed set, awesome, but eventually you're gonna wanna have a manifestation castle, you know, at the foot of your bed on the right-hand side or in your living room. You want something that's larger, because what it is the more alchemy I have in the compressed nature to create an energetic field, which is powered based upon the orgone energy, which naturally comes off of a device. When I put an LED underneath where the normal, like, it comes off like steam, normal orgone energy. But when I fire that energy using light, the orgone energy rides the light waves up and it basically fills the room. So the orgone energy fills the room based upon the light spectrum. So basically what you're doing is you're making a force field. There you go. Making a force field for my family. All right. So just wanted to share that. Grogu. Oh, you stay with me. All right. What else? We talked about the throat chakra. We talked about how awesome you guys are. Yeah, that sale's going for a week. If you guys need sessions, yeah, holler at me. I'll be free for the next week. And then again, I'll do my best. I'm going to do my best to be here for you guys. As I will have updates in the future, but there is a lot of awesome abundance coming our way that we are still preparing and practicing for. For all you guys out there that are holding space right now, I understand that many of the countries are popping off and resisting. France is going big. I know UK is going big. Freedom, absolutely. I know that, you know, in Arizona, they just removed the mandatory mask thing. Thank goodness, about 3 days ago. Very excited about that. What I'm trying to say is that this pattern will continue. We will have our sovereignty and our freedom back. You guys hold space and don't let fear get you. And don't let fear make you do something you're going to regret later, like get the bang bang. Just wait, okay? Don't take anything experimental and put it in your body, okay? With that, ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Come holler at me. Let's light up your living room, baby. Let's light up your bedroom. I'm making pyramids, capstones downstairs. I made one. It's a monster. I got to stop making the capstones so big. I can't stop. I made a 12-sided capstone, and I don't know what I'm doing. I just go on autopilot. The thing has like 8 inserts of different it's nuts. So I kept adding like LED lights. I'm like, more power. And my guides are like, who are you making this for? I'm like, I don't know, but it's powerful. Like, I don't know. I'm like Hulk down here, just like, how much power can we send enough power to cook the roof off? Like, I don't know. I want you guys to be protected, and I'm tired of just this melancholy BS, dude. You guys deserve the best. You guys are magical, woke, special beings out there, and I just want you to know how much I love you and I appreciate you. And it's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today, all right? I love you. You guys have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? All right, Grogu. Say bye-bye to YouTube. Bye-bye, YouTube. I love you guys. Have a great week. Peace.